phone's too low. What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What up? What up? What's going on, everybody? Let me get this together. I'm in my little makeshift recording studio. I'm about to do a podcast. So basically, I'm in one of our walk-in closets. You see, like the skyline behind me. What you got?
You need, how low is you?
I'm right here. What's up with y'all on YouTube? What's happening on YouTube? Can y'all hear me? Am I good? Can y'all hear me? Josephine Mitchell, what's going on? What's happening, Josephine Mitchell?
Do it this way so you can have big enough platform too.
Okay. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, they see my hair stand on my head.
Yeah. All on YouTube. Okay. Shayna, what's going on?
Put that little one on top of your phone. I ain't gonna sit up there.
Okay. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I need to know if y'all can hear me.
One more. You didn't put that little one under the box.
All right. Hey, can you hear me, Sheena? We're doing something different tonight.
Pull your phone up.
Huh?
Take your phone up.
Yeah, thank you. All right. There's Shannon. Say hey, baby.
Hey, y'all.
All right. So,
okay,
Fan Bell, thank you, baby.
You need another box?
No, I think I'm good.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. All right. So, what's about to happen is we got us a mic. So, but we're hooked up to the computer on the microphone. What we're about to do is, you guys are going to see me do one of my my podcasts live tonight. So everything good. We all here good. We all straight. Y'all can hear everything perfect. Sheena said, "Yeah, I need somebody else to co-sign on it for me. Can you hear? Because it's imperative that you hear it." Thank you, Josephine, for the 50. Yummy. I mean 60. Wow. Thank you. All right. So, y'all share this podcast for me. YouTube, how y'all doing, baby? I can't see your comments, but I know y'all there. Appreciate y'all for being here. So as most of you may know, I do a podcast on Smooth Crazy World on Anchor and on other streaming platforms. So this is going to be the raw recording, okay? So on Smooth Crazy World, my podcast, I have a segment that I mostly do all the time. It's called Mr. Petey's Playhouse. So you're going to see a few things that are strange, but just trust me, it's all part of the process, and I have to do these things to to make everything make sense. To make everything make sense. Excuse me. I'll be right back. Yeah. Hold on.
What's up? They on you now?
I'll be right back, y'all. Glory! I'm back. I'm back again. the studio tight, y'all. But you know, you gotta make do with what you got, people. And I'm gonna get it together in just a second. All right. Woo. Y'all say Smooth got all this foolishness going on. Ooh, almost knocked my drink over. Yeah, well, Sheena, we about to do it live right now. All right, all right. Is everybody ready? We're about to go in. So y'all can ask me questions as we go. So be a part of it. Y'all are a part of it. If you're on YouTube, you may want to come over to you now so I can see your questions. Whoa, Sheena, thank you so much. Yum, yum, yum. Thank you for the 1,000. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let me get it going. Crud muffins. You trying to do something special. Something always try to go wrong. Get back on the line. Jeez. Jeez Louise, this is about to be weird and I'm excited about it. Yes, I am. It's going to be weird because y'all going to see what your boy be doing. So I have to give my people what they want. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good morning or good night, wherever in the world you are, you already know who this is. This is your main man, Petey Bonaparte, the one and only. And we got a good show for you all tonight. It's been a while. It's been a while. And I tell you, it's been a long while, but you know, we all have been going through some things in the past year or so, and it's been some months since you heard from your main man, Mr. Petey. But I am back in the building, and boy, have some things transpired since we last gathered together. But we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight. Today is March the 12th in the year of 2021. I know it's been since 2020 since you heard my voice on here. We like to welcome everybody to Petey's Playhouse. Mr. Petey's Playhouse. And we like to welcome some of our family over from you now. They're listening to Mr. Petey's Playhouse live. Our first ever, well, really second ever live recording, but our first ever live recording here on you now in YouTube. So we like to give a shout out to all the family that follow us on those platforms, especially Wanda Andrews. She has been a strong support system for my nephew Shannon and Smooth, Smooth and his wife Shannon. We'd like to give another shout out to Josephine Mitchell. She just dropped 1,000 likes over here on you now. And but like I was saying about Sister Andrews, she has been a source of inspiration and a source of encouragement throughout their journey going towards dreams. And big shout out to her. And she also is a soldier because so back not too long ago, some tried to get her down, but she said, "Not today, devil," and she went on about her business. Engineer. Yeah. Do you have my volume and everything right? My equalities and things. Yeah, man, I got it together, man. Watch yourself, young man. I know we're going for the pandemic, and you think you can come back here and talk all kind of. Mr. Pete ain't even know about even talking like that. Hey, look, listen here, man. Man, dude, still tripping. Well, yeah, yes, I am. Mr. Peter, can I ask you a question? Yes, go ahead. Man, we been through the pandemic and everything, man. Why you still stuck up like that, man, acting all crazy and stuff? You need to relax. Hold on here, sucker. Look here. Let me tell you something, young man. Go ahead, tell me, man. Tell me. Okay. Yes, we have been through a lot. And you know one thing? Go ahead. Uh, One thing about people's like all of us, including you need to realize how much people have been through in the past year. Correct? Yeah, I know you're right there. What I'm trying to hold on. That's wrong with you. You want to talk without listening. I need you to listen to me. You understand me? Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Man, you ain't much. Look here, I'll fire your behind today. Are you gonna listen? Yes, sir. Okay, then. It's about work ethic, man, and wanting to do something with your life. It's the people that ain't worked in a whole year, man, and they wonder how they gonna pay their bills. Correct? Yeah. Now, didn't I make sure you were taking care of during this pandemic? Yes, sir, you did. But I was you ain't just asking nothing. You've been laying up on your do nothing, and ain't been doing nothing, and sucking up all them groceries. They got your food stamps, got you the pandemic relief and all that. We're going to touch on that in a minute. But I spent that much time on him. I just wanted to ask him, well, my level studio. That's all I wanted to know. That's it. That's all. But anyway, since we have last seen each other and been together, the Super Bowl and the NBA Finals had taken place, but the NBA Finals was very funny and special at the same time. It ended up being LeBron James, and he's now still a Los Angeles Laker. And they defeated the Miami Heat. Well, thing about it, man, it threw me all off. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest about it. It threw me off. Wow, to see them boys playing basketball. Not a soul in the building. Not a soul in the building, and it just threw me off a little bit. But they did their thing, and they tried to stay safe. Uh, and they entertained the people and gave them what they was looking for. But I can tell you one thing. Uh, I know for a fact that the late and great Black Mamba himself, Kobe Bryant. Now, not to say that those boys wasn't bad. Now, I ain't gonna say that. To me, LeBron is a very fine basketball player, and he is in top five for sure. There's no question about that. And I since we're on basketball, Mr. Petey want to touch in on another aspect of how they are ranking these players from greatest of all time down to the scrubs. Hey there, how you doing, beautiful? Uh, One thing about it, if you take basketball back to 1920, and when the fellas were shooting the ball squatted down at the free throw line between their legs and heaving it up in the air, in hoping it goes in the basket. They were doing the most awkwardest layups that you would ever see, and you're going to pit those players up against the likes of Wilt Chamberlain, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and company. How are you going to put those men in the same bucket and basket as those fellas. That is not, that's just not kosher. And I don't care what type of person you are, whether you be a couch coach, a semi-pro player, or a professional, you should know for yourself. That makes no sense. If you take from I'll give you 1960 down to the beginning of the NBA, and you make a super team, and you going from 1960 to the present day, we gonna see who can score some points, and it'll be a comical thing to see those two squads face off against each other. So I think when they make these greatest of all time lists, they should take those things into consideration. Now I wouldn't even fault them for making errors. You know, if you got the early NBA era and you take those greats at that time playing like how they were playing and also learning the game, you'll get a different quota than now, because back then Mr. Petey can suit up right now in the 1920. I have a triple double. I'm talking about in my current shape, in my current age, yeah, and weight. You know, that's just a piece of common sense from me. Now, most people won't want to agree with that, but it's a damn time when people just don't want to agree with the truth and what makes sense. No way, no how. You understand me? So that's that on that. And I earnestly feel that way about every sport from then to now, because you got these players, man. I can't get up off of that, man. You got guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Draymond Green. And back in the 90s and early 2000s, you have people like Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan, man. And these men are huge, man. They are huge children. They are huge individuals, giants, if you will. And you put what's the man name is the NBA, Jerry West. Lord help him. Now I don't take nothing from the man for what he did back in the day, but oh boy, the way he dribbling on that logo, leaning to the side like that, man. Muggsy Bogues been to ripped him off and laid it up before he can blink and look at his churn and wave. Some things just gotta make sense, Josephine. And that's one thing that do not. And I know I got a lot of people over probably on YouTube that just going crazy, but I can't see your comments, people. Like I told you, I'm streaming simultaneously on three places right now, which is my Anchor podcast home page, and also YouTube, and also YouNow simultaneously. But I can only see the comments on YouNow. Now, also, whoa, my goodness, Sheena, you are the MVP of the hour. She just dropped 5,000 likes on YouNow, and that is a blessing. We so much appreciate you all indeed. Chicago number 23. Oh, that's the GOAT there. That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT. Since I know most people are wondering and about Mr. Peter's take on the GOAT in NBA history. It goes a little something like this. And I'm going to tell you why I place this in 1, 2, 3. And a lot of people may not like my opinion, but you know, they like buttholes. Everybody got one here. So I will put at this current moment Michael Jordan at number 1, being that Michael Jordan had a heart that was ice cold. If he figured he had to put the team on his back, and put 100 points up to win the championship, that young man would do that. He would do that. He had ice water running through his veins. He just refused to lose. All right. Thank you, Josephine Mitchell. She just dropped us 400 likes over on you now. Oh, and yes, sir. And that's beautiful. Yeah, he had ice water running through his veins, and my friend Sheena agrees with that. Number 2, I will put LeBron James. Hold on. Don't jump on Petey. Don't jump on Mr. Petey. I want you to understand why I say this. LeBron James plays with heart and integrity. Thank you, Josephine Mitchell. He plays with heart and integrity. The young man, I got to take into account the type of player that he is. He gives chances to other players. And a lot of people say that LeBron don't take shots when he should all the time. But let me tell you something. What type of career would it be if every time it came down to it, you take the shot, but everybody else on the team are professionals also? That says something about your character. And that's what a lot of people don't understand these days. It seems like it's a dying thing. It's character. It's that character. All right, but he's a bad man. He plays fearless. He's a bad man. Yes, he is. And in third place, I will put the late, great Black Mamba Kobe Bryant. And the reason I'll put Kobe Bryant in third place is he thank you, Josephine. He took away too much from himself trying to imitate Michael Jordan. Had he not tried to imitate Michael Jordan, which I don't blame the young man for imitating one of the greatest, the greatest that's ever held a basketball in the public eye, or in the person of Michael Jordan. But the thing is, Kobe should have been and could have been much greater had he just been Kobe. Now, towards the middle of his career, and coming towards the end, he adapted into his own player. But it took him a while to get to that point. So had he just been himself, he would have been the original Kobe Bryant, and could nobody, not even Michael Jordan, say he imitated me. Because people always try to get themselves into a position to say what they did for you, or how they got you somewhere, or how you imitated them to get to where you at. And that is one of the main reasons I have him at number 3. Not to mention, he was a ball hog. It was time when he took shots and the whole floor was wide open. And the hell was guarding him. You got a man under the basket, but you're going to shoot a 3-point over 4 to 5 opposing players. That took away from his greatness also, in my opinion. Moving along, we had some strange occurrences going on around the world this pandemic. We had things, I don't know what the metal things is, that were just showing up all in the desert and things. Some people on some news channels say, is it extraterrestrial? The others say, is it artists that got some heavy machinery, got to have helicopters in placing these things in various places for short periods of time. Well, I'm not gonna act like the whole earth didn't have ample time on their hands to figure things out. I'm not gonna say that, because I know that is what it is. And we had the lights going out at the Vatican, and the people running up in the capital of the United States. It was just craziness. I mean, it's like everybody was just stuck in a time warp. And Mr. Petey knows that everybody kind of feeling the same way on today in the past week or so, that if things are kind of piecing themselves back together, so to speak, or at least putting themselves together in a new way. But I can honestly say that my condolences go out to the many, many people who lost loved ones during this trying time. And also sending out peace and blessings to those of you who got sick and still are suffering from said pandemic. All right, we're going to move on to the next segment, which is going to be the NFL. And most of you know that Mr. Petey is a die-hard Cowboys fan. Die-hard Dallas Cowboys fans. How about them Cowboys, huh? And we know we got a world full of haters, because every time they see old Smooth, they are hating on the Cowboys like he part owner in them. I don't understand why people take certain things so serious, like the sport of football, and said lead the NFL. Now, the champions for the 2020 season in the NFL were the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, quarterbacked by the one and only Tom Brady. We're going to revert back to Mr. Brady in just a second, because there's some very interesting news that came out about him here in the last 24 hours. Okay. So, we're in a pandemic. They say, it's the craziest season I have seen in all of my years of living and watching professional sports. You had some players that said they were going to opt out of the season and not play due to them having small children at home and not wanting to put their families at risk. And I think that was a very stand-up thing to do for those gentlemen that did so, because you have to always put your family first, even before your pocketbook, yeah. So, and on the other side of that, the ones that did come back and play had no off season at all. Barely had training camps because everybody had to be so separated because of said pandemic. So, you put these guys out here, all professionals, and they playing like the bad news bears. I mean, these guys that usually catch everything, dropping it like hot potatoes. You got people breaking their legs and breaking collarbones, busting lungs up because their bodies were not conditioned. Now, you running down the street or running on the treadmill for 30 minutes ain't gonna mount to you getting hit by somebody 6'6" and 350 pounds of solid muscle running 4'4". And our own beloved Dak Prescott was a victim of said force, because about the fourth game of the season, he went down with a severe ankle injury. But lo and behold, Dak is back, and they have paid him, and Cowboys will be the champions of the National Football League come next season. But so, Tom Brady comes back, and not Tom Brady. Tom Brady gets traded to the Buccaneers. So, just so happened, this little frat boy, homeboy, Rob Gronkowski, he comes out of retirement to join Brady. Who writes the scripts? Who writes the scripts? Because whoever writes the script, you writing it like you're writing for High School Musical for Disney Channel. You got to do a little bit better than that. So, the storybook ending, of course, the supposed GOAT, Tom Brady, comes back. It comes to another team, and yet again carries them to the Super Bowl on his beautiful arm. And this guy, Rob Gronkowski, this is supposed greatest tight end of all times, comes back with him out of retirement from 22 years old to play professional football and win another one. People, this is my show, and I can say what I want to say, and I can mean what I mean. This is Mr. Petey's Playhouse here. And it's not a secret that the NFL is fixed here. It's fixed now. You can barely tackle a player anymore without them throwing a flag and finding you $100,000. People are going to start pouring more money into high school games and their local college games other than the NFL. Because teams that are rightfully supposed to be in those championship games tend to get hosed into not making it to where they're supposed to be. Thank you, Bless, for inviting all of your friends to the broadcast. But that's just my observation. Now, I would be less of a talk show host if I didn't mention the passing of one Rush Limbaugh. It's never a funny thing for someone to transition from this life to the next. But when I tell you, I've never seen such an outpouring of opinions about someone's passing. But Mr. Petey, from Miss Petey's Playhouse and the crew, we would like to extend condolences to his family yet and still. But anyway, there has been some new developments in the Milden saga. And those of you who know who Milden is, he is my lady friend Leola's grown son. And boy, let me tell you, he has it going on, people. He has this young lady that claims to be the mother of his unborn child, his alleged child. So what we're going to do is engineer. Yeah. I'm going to try this again. Engineer. What? I'm going to try it one more time. Engineer. Yes, Mr. Petey. Is Milton on the line? Let me check. All right. While he checks, we want to give a brief commercial. If you haven't already, please go to youtube.com and follow Mr. and Mrs. Barron for your comedy and your vlogs. Thank you for the 10, Josephine. And welcome everybody else to the broadcast that's just coming into Mr. Petey's Playhouse. So also follow on Facebook Shannon Geis Barron on Facebook. And Isaac Smooth Barron on Facebook also. And you can find the beautiful Shannon on Instagram the @ symbol and THA Living Proof. The Living Proof. Thank you, Josephine Mitchell. And also you can find Smooth over there at Mr. Smooth B and the number 2. You can find them on those respective platforms. And I must say they are very entertaining, at least. Mr. Petey. Yes, sir. We got Milton on the line. All right. So without further ado, we're going to have Milton come on the line, and we're going to get a few questions because I've asked him these questions personally, but I want you all to see also these questions that I have to ask Milton. Milton, let's start off, Mr. Petey. What's going on, Milton? How's everything going with you today? It's going good. How about you? Oh, I can't complain. I appreciate you being on the show today. Thank you, Mr. Petey, because this is a lot of stuff. Hold on, Milton. I'll get to that. I ask the questions, and our studio audience may have a few questions they'd like to ask. Are you willing to answer the questions truthfully today, Milton? Yes, sir, Mr. Petey. You know I ain't gonna do no lie because my mama. I ain't asked you what your mama said, Milton. I'm asking you. Well, yes, sir, but tell the truth. That's good. So, Milton, do you have any children currently? No, sir, but I didn't ask you all that. I just asked you, did you have any children walking this earth? No, sir, I don't got no kids. Okay. So, you have one on the way, correct? Yes, sir. Okay. And by whom? Her name Keisha. It's my baby mama. Okay, so Keisha's your baby mother. All right, but it looks like we're running out of time right now. I'm up against it. I have 40 seconds left. The next time we come back, we'll finish this interview with the one and only Milton. And until then, love yourselves and each other. This has been Mr. Petey with Mr. Petey's Playhouse. Don't forget to follow this platform, share with your friends, and make sure you spread love all around this earth, because without love, we have nothing. God is good, and he's good all the time. He's always blessing. Look to him, and you can never fail. This has been Mr. Petey with Mr. Petey's Playhouse. I'll see you players and players later on. All right, people. That was an installment of Mr. Petey's Playhouse. I hope you all liked it on YouTube. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. So I got to do some editing. Got to do a little work right here. My voice going out. I'm doing out with voices. But like, we're going to come back. So you now, I think I'm going to start giving to y'all live. We're going to see how they work for a little spell. But I enjoyed myself. I hope y'all enjoyed y'allself. Do we have any questions? Did y'all enjoy it? Let me know something. Let me know something, fam bam. You can't wait till the Sunday? Oh yeah, Sunday is going to go down. It's going to go down Sunday. I'm excited for Sunday too. Thank you, Josephine Mitchell. Thank you. It was hot in here. I done got warm in this closet. All right. Hey, babe. I'm finished. I'm still on you now, though. They got a time limit on me now.
Huh?
They got a time limit on it.
What?
On Anchor.
I'll do it.
30-minute max.
Oh, yeah.
So I ain't tripping. Sheena hit us with 6,000, 5,000 at one time.
What?
You know she clowns. You know that money she get a government. Oh man. What you doing, best friend?
How you like your little studio?
Yeah, I like it's a little warm, but you know I got the door cracked now.
Oh, you good now?
Yep. Thank y'all for joining us tonight. I'll be back tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do another episode tomorrow. I'm gonna try to push this one out, see how everybody take it. But yeah, I got some work to do, so I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Tell them bye, baby, since you standing
Bye,
y'all. Love y'all. Holler at y'all later. Thanks for the love, fam bam. Thanks for the love.